day 607 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, y'all, we're back again. Another day, another LeetCode problem. And today we have question number 1748, sum of unique elements. The difficulty level is easy, so you already know we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand as well. But before we get started, y'all, don't forget to like, hype, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you need any new Apple AirPods, go in and check out that link in the description so you can get you some. Now let's see what the question says. You are given an integer array nums. The unique element of an array are the elements that appear exactly once in the array. Return the sum of all the unique elements of nums. All right, y'all, so that sounds pretty simple, but let's go ahead and take a look at these examples anyway, just to make sure that we're doing this problem correctly. So in example 1, we have the input nums equals an array of integers 1, 2, 3, and 2. The output is 4. The explanation says the unique elements are 1 and 3, and the sum of them is 4. So just to break this down one step further, let's go through this one more time so we can really make sure that we understand what's going on. So we want to add up the sum of all of the unique elements. So a unique element is an element that appears exactly once, right? So in this case, 1 appears once and 3 appears once. So when we add these two elements together, we get 4. And that's all we have to do, y'all. So let's take a look at example 2 where they try to throw a trick question our way, and there are no unique elements. So in example 2, our input nums equals an array of integers 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. This time the output is 0. Explanation says there are no unique elements, so the sum is 0. So in this case, the only element in this array is 1, and 1 appears 5 times. So there are no unique elements that appear only once, so the sum of nothing is 0. And just in case that didn't make sense, let's take a look at example 3 where the array contains only unique elements. So in example 3, our input nums equals an array of integers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The output is 15. The explanation says the unique elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the sum is 15. So in this example, every element in this array only appears once, right? And when we add them all together, we get 15, and that's why the output is 15. So I hope that makes sense to y'all. And now that we understand the question, let's get into the fun part, the actual solution. The solution is not that difficult at all. So let's get into it. Now, the first thing we are going to do is we're going to create a variable that will hold the running total of values, and it's going to start by summing all elements in the array. So we'll just come right here, declare a variable called ands, and we'll set that equal to 0 just to start. Then we need a dictionary that maps each number to the number of times it appears. So we're going to declare a variable called map, say colon, open up the square brackets, key is going to be an integer, value is going to be an integer, and we'll just initialize it with a blank array like this. Boom. Now, for the first pass, we're going to count occurrences of each number and add every number to the running sum. So we're going to say for num n nums. We're going to open up the bracket, and we're going to increment the frequency of the current number by saying map square bracket num. We're going to set that equal to map square bracket num, comma default, colon 0. Come outside of that, and we're going to say plus 1. So what this is going to do is for every time we see a num, right, we're going to keep this, that'll be stored right here on this side of the dictionary. So every time we see this num, we're going to keep count over here, which will be stored on this side of the dictionary. We're going to start the count from 0, and every time we see this num, we're going to add 1 to that count. Boom. Then we're going to add the number to the total sum by coming underneath this, and we're going to say ands plus equals num, just like that. Now for the second pass, we're going to iterate through the unique numbers. So we'll come underneath this for loop, and we'll say for I and map.keys. We're going to open up the brackets, and if a number appears more than once, we're going to remove all of its contributions from the sum. So we're going to say if, open up the parentheses, map, square bracket I, question mark, 0, come outside of that, is greater than 1. We're going to open up the brackets. We're going to say ands minus equals I times map square bracket I. Come outside of that, put the exclamation point because it's optional. And finally, we just need to return the sum of numbers that appeared exactly once by coming right here, and we could just say return ands, just like that, y'all. So let's give it a run. Make sure it runs properly before we submit it. Let's see it's accepted, so let's go ahead and submit it. Make sure it's still accepted after we submit it. And look at that, y'all. 0 milliseconds beats 100% of users. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see, y'all. So with that being said, I hope y'all learned something today, and I hope to see y'all here tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. See y'all then.